It's not lighting. Okay. All right. What's up, you guys? My name is Jessie. I'm an intuitive reader. I'm going to tap in and give you guys a collective reading. All right. All right. So, Eat You Alive was one of the songs that, and so a lot of like spicy jazz. So someone's hungry. Okay. we're not gonna dwell on that though. We're gonna move on from it. Okay. Okay. So I'm getting that the feminine, I actually got a note when I was in like a kind of a meditation earlier that my team was like, we want you to be in empress mode. So there's I guess a push for the feminines to trust yourself and to push yourself to show up boldly, and despite I guess whatever else is going on, because the masculine is feeling a little shaky. So oh, moon reversed, more stuff coming out. Okay. Okay, so what I'm kind of getting is that you're ready to take risks. You're ready to take some chances now, even though what you're seeing is like this uncertainty from your, because I mean it's your own masculine. So it's like you're seeing this, you're seeing how would you word that? Like you're seeing a new truth or something, like a new perspective of that. And I don't know. It's like there's an acceptance of it, but also this is interesting. Okay, because what I'm kind of feeling is that it's like you're wanting, there's a strong, this is just always to take if it resonates, but this must just be like for a certain like part of the, I don't know if I want to say it's a certain part of the collective, but like you want it's like you have this desire for your masculine to lead you. Like it's kind of funny because there's like I can feel there's like a lack of trust still, but you're like, but I want to be led. Like I don't want to be out here and I don't have my masculine leading. So, and I'm like, again, I mean this as in like your own masculine. If you're in union, it's just I don't know what it's like. I can't speak on that because I don't know. I don't have information about that. I think because you want to be more in your feminine, like I know that every time it happens when I get into like fight mode, I'm like, I'm almost like I'm like, I don't know if I feel ugly. I just am like, I'm wasting a bunch of energy and just being an asshole. Like I just feel like I'm just being an asshole for no reason, and like I don't like it, and I'm like I want to be in my feminine. So there has to be that trust though to keep giving. They're showing it. So I don't like the analogy of a dog on a leash. That's a terrible analogy. But they're giving it to me like that. Or like a horse, if you're riding a horse and you and the horse are working together, you're giving it more rein when you want certain times when you want the horse to like pick up speed or something like that, you give them more rein. So that's kind of the analogy. And the dog on the leash is just like, it does kind of work that way though, because it's like a push pull. But anyway, the horse just seems a little bit more, I don't know, not as, I don't know. Um, yeah, so like with I mean, the dog on the leash is good too, because like if your dog is loyal and they respect you, they'll keep looking back and checking on you. So it's the same kind of energy where it's like you're trying to give your masculine more reign because you're trusting them and they are trusting that side of you, and you're like, I'm ready for more. Like show me. You're like almost like asking the universe, like, show me what's next. Like show me, like challenge me, kind of. That's kind of how I'm getting it. Hello. Because like there are these reversals out here which could be coming through. Like this lack of communication is one that they're drawing me to, because I think a lot of us are used to like the black magic and like maybe even the adversity in the way of like they're giving it like the devil you know versus like the devil you don't. And for some reason this 8 of Wands, this miscommunication is something that you're working on. It's a learning. It's like you're learning how to I don't even think it's throat chakra. I think it's just like you're learning how to not, I don't know. I think it's a safety. My Venus is fourth house, and I just learned that recently, that it's like I like to, that's one of my love languages, is just feeling safe with the people around me. So I don't feel like I'm in like survival mode. I feel like that's everybody. But I mean, I think we're all that way. But that was one that I could see, that because it's easy, which I don't really have strong communication with my kid, but we do at the same time because I've learned his ways of communicating and stuff like that. So I think that's kind of why this keeps popping up, is it's like you're wanting to establish that more. You have to be dressed. I swear. Okay. You are wanting to have that, that feeling of safety with communication. There might have been, like, I know for me, there was a lot of like, I respect people that I really respect, like King and Queen of Swords, because they are so good with their words, but that energy is harsh sometimes. So I think it's maybe and especially if it's reversed, it can be very like, like verbal abuse or whatever. So I think maybe it's like you're wanting, this is something that I don't know if it's healing necessarily, but you're finding the courage, I think, for it, of like, I don't know exactly what that is, because it might be like, okay, thank you. It's giving me like you tend to shut down. So it's like instead of feeling like you can say what you need to say and that it's going to be heard and that people are going to give you that space, you've been like shut down before. So then you've been just not heard. And so that made you shut down. So these distractions. Okay. So I think that's that devil that you don't know. Like all of these other ones are like ones that you're used to, that we're used to, but just the way I'm kind of like stumbling on my words right now. Like I'm having a hard time getting it out. It is giving me, there is this energy of like things opening up for you though, because I think that you're trying to be courageous and like be like, well, maybe you don't like that you don't know what's next, but you're still trying, you're still trying to like put yourself out there or something like that. Like it came out as this King of Wands, which is that Aries fire, and that's a lot of like the energy that we're moving into right now. And like you have this charm. Which I think is funny. So it's like maybe that's something to like remind yourself of, that like you're charming, and that's very attractive. So like it's not good to be a love bomber all the time, to people please, but on the other hand, like if charm is something that, I'm trying to think of like an instance that would be like, maybe with this, maybe in conjunction with this, trying to feel safer to speak, you can use your charm. That is tricky because I think like on the anyone who's awakened, you're on this journey of like truth. So that's tricky because to me, like being charming is like, can you speak your truth and be charming at the same time? I don't know. But that's kind of like a Venus energy. It's not to say that it's bad or wrong or something like that, because like our lovers is reversed, and I'm kind of seeing that tie with all of those. Cause like I feel this energy of this sort of like uncertainty and like this desire to like for these things to be balanced. Okay, they're giving me like, okay, I'm gonna wrap it up here because I know I've been stumbling on my words. It's kind of giving me like a time and a place where maybe that's something that you might already be naturally good at, where you know when when you should be speaking your truth and when you can kind of like soften it by being charming. Yeah, I mean, I always think of honesty as the best policy because it's more hurtful for things to come out later, but this is very circumstantial, so I don't really know how else to say anything about it because it would depend on kind of like the circumstance. I'm not very good about this either because I used to fawn and then went from that to just like I internalize a lot. And so you start to feel like you're just misunderstood or something, but I don't think that's really true. I think it's a lot of times it's just I guess it's finding the people that kind of like speak the same language or just are willing to like sit with you and learn. You know what I mean? Because we all have different love languages and stuff like that too. So, okay. Yeah, that one was kind of, I don't know. I don't know what that one was. All right. That's it. All right, you guys. I will see y'all later. I'm not sure if I'm going to come on again later today. There was something, I feel like there's something that I'm not saying, but it's not, I don't know what it is. Okay. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that through my email. And yeah. Okay. That's it. All right. I'll see y'all next time.